Welcome back, guys. Today's test drive is this 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle. Came back 350 under the hood, power steering, power brakes. And of course, we'll be taking this ride down the road, pointing out flaws so you know what you're getting before you get here. We have detailed pictures of every car on the lot. Financing and shipping is available. And of course, every Monday I'm putting about 10 to 15 new cars on. You just got to go to maplemotors.com. That's our main website. Here is a source to find out what's wrong with the cars. That's why I do the videos. So, hit subscribe, share. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Of course, before we leave out, we'll look around the interior and check everything out. Place those bets. Do you think the horn works? This interior's in decent shape here. You do got a little bit of a crack here in the middle. A little bit. It's all the way to the window, right in dead center of the dash. It's kind of odd that they always crack right there. Missing the rear view mirror. The seats are in decent shape. Got a bag full of goodies. It's all my gear. Headliner. It looks like somebody tried to replace it. It just needs to be tightened up. Needs some trim around that back window. But they've put a new light in it as well. Got aftermarket gauges. They're chipped up. You've got a B&M shifter. Newer carpet. It looks nice and clean. We'll start this one up. She's still warming up. Give her a little time. Great oil pressure. CD player is in the office. We take the faces out. People do still steal those. Wipers do work. Left and right. Turn signals showing the mileage 91,000. This used to be a column shift car. Put it into a floor shifter. Blower motor. Let's turn the heat on for one. It's blowing. You see a little dust coming out of it, and it's hot. You can feel the heat. Definitely coming from the floor. So we got heat in this one. And we'll leave it on. It's 30 degrees today. Okay. Place your bets on the horn. Do you think it works? I was going to say I haven't tried it. The spring's in there. They just don't have it hooked up. All right. We'll give it a little bit more time to warm up. We'll take off down the road. Okay. We're getting ready to take off, guys. Idle seems a bit high. If that doesn't change throughout the video, I'll turn it down. It is very cold outside, so it could just be taking a while to warm up. We'll keep an eye on that. I noticed when you put it in gear, sounds awesome. It's definitely heating up in here. We're gonna cut that off for now. Back into drive, neutral to drive. There's no seat belts also, that'll have to be added. Gas gauge on this one is floating around a quarter tank, but we'll stop and get a little bit of fuel. As I'm hitting the brakes, it's stopping fast there. Good on that. Here we go. Right off the bat, I noticed a good bit of power. It's pretty smooth going down the road, nice tight steering there. It's going straight. Speedometer is not working on the dash. Getting in those brakes. They feel pretty good. Back in the throttle. What happens when I floor it? It gets up and goes, but the kick down is not hooked up on this one. That's just your passing gear. Temp gauge, I don't believe. It seemed like the warmer the car got, the colder it did on the gauge here. It's going backwards, so I don't really know what's up with that. When I was sitting there, I was waiting for the engine temperature to rise. This one's idled down quite a bit in gear. Give her a listen. A little bit of a hesitation there. Like it's running out of fuel. Good thing is we're pulling into the gas station, so we'll check that out. pull up in here, get about $20 worth of premium fuel, and continue the test drive. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. So we got some fuel. Put about $20 with the premium gas. Right here behind the tag. And of course, don't forget, roll down your window, especially if you leave the keys inside. The poppers work great though. That door flies open with the poppers. I'll demonstrate that. Let's go ahead and do it actually. Push the button and it's open. So it works pretty good. And as far as the gas gauge goes, here we go. That's where it was at when we rolled in. Check it out. It works. Good deal. All right, let's roll out of here. So far, so good. The only thing I've noticed is a little bit of a high idle here that can be adjusted out. But I mean, check it out. When you put it in gear, it's like perfect. So I really don't want to mess with it. Okay. Heading on back to the lot. Yeah, I do think that it was getting low on fuel right before the gas station because it was giving me those symptoms. And now, I mean, it's running great. I'm not having any of those symptoms. I can get into it and it'll take off. It's got good pickup. Good throttle response there, just not hooked up to the kick down. You can grab it, pull it down one. motor's pretty smooth. I noticed earlier after the gas station the engine temperature went to reading correct, but now it's back to like 150, so it's not running that cool. The gauge is just off. Halfway down this road's a nice little speed bump. It's coming up right here. Not too bad, actually pretty smooth. We're getting ready to pull back into the car lot, guys. I'm gonna grab another test drive. I've got 2 more to do today. And picking out the flaws is coming up next. That's where you're gonna see chips, scratches, dents, whatever I can find. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, here we go. Picking out the flaws. We're gonna walk around this ride, and anything I find, you'll know about it. Again, detailed pictures are at maplemotors.com. Front bumper on this one has been replaced. It's nice and clean. Little trim there's older, a little bit of pitting. Headlight bezels, about the same. The grill on this one looks pretty good. Little chip there, little bubbles. Tires are in great shape. Wheels look new. Little spots there. Couple little dimples in the paint. I'm trying to make them pop up. They're very small. Back your midsection. A little hazy here at the top. You can see that. It's back here too. Little lines in the paint. That stuff will come off. That's from the writing on the windshield. I guess the rain made it splatter. It'll come right off. That little pink stuff. I was like, how did that get there? I wiped the windshield off before I did the test drive because it's up here too, but it's just that marker. Come right off. A little hazy there on the trim. Spot there. No cracks in the rubber seal. There's a gap in this window too. Scuff there in the corner. See where they glued the fabric. And the edges there. Little wrinkles in the vinyl top. Split there. Blemishes under the trim in the back. Coming around the back, the chrome looks pretty good. Chip right there too. Chips over here. Tag is pretty new there. Looking down in your trunk, the seal is in good shape. Used to be red. See all the little chips. Down in your trunk, Not too bad. Around your trunk lid there. Coming down with it. Give it a little bit more of a firm shut there. Shut. Spot there. Spot at the top there. A couple dimples around the trim. Coming down this way, lower portion. Spot there. Dirt. Overspray. Little spot there. Little chips. Top here too. Guess they put the 454 emblems on it. Definitely not. Little spot there in the paint. See that dimple there? Vinyl top here. Doesn't look bad. Back window, pretty good. Trim looks good. Fabric's up a little bit there. Same with the front here. Seal looks good around the windows. That little rubber seal there is kind of crumbling because it's older. Paint run here on the front. Little dings here in the trim. Front windshield, it's all right. I don't see any chips. Mirror there, it's got a little bit of pitting on it too. Okay, let's go ahead and open her up. And we'll use the key again so you can see how this works. Just like that. Don't leave the keys in it and roll the window up. I think that's the only set we got there. Seal looks okay. It's new. Little chips here in the jam. See where it used to be red in the corner there too. The seat, a little wrinkled here, but it looks okay. It's not beat up. The carpet, newer, has been changed out. Wrinkled, needs to be stretched out on the top or on the headliner here, but it looks like it's new. Somebody tried to put it in. Mechanic's headliner, that's what I call it. Little chips on the steering column and the dash. Almost got it open. It's in here. Get a little gas. Well, nope, never had to touch the gas there. Started up pretty good. This temperature gauge actually started working midway through the test drive. It was sitting on 190. So I think it needs a new gauge. It's kind of up and down all over the place. Oil pressure's up. Seems to be working. You got some little hitting spots popping up on your shifter. Pedal's a little worn out down here. Idle's still high on this one, but it runs so good in gear. Once you put it in gear, I mean, it's idled at like 700 or 800. Just idled a bit high in park. If I put a horn in, just look it up. Coming down with it, it's very easy. It's already locked. Well, now it's locked. Put a pin in there. Pin in this side. Little overspray on the stripe. This stuff is just from the marker. All the pink stuff will come right off. It was for the writing. Didn't realize that it fell down when I wiped it off. That's easy. Guys, I appreciate you watching. There's detailed photos, financing, shipping, and all of our inventory located at maplemotors.com. Look below in the description, see all the stuff I use, and of course all the links to those websites. Thanks for watching. See you later.